Alright, welcome back to the Checkered PS4 NASCAR League. I'm your host, Morris1173, and tonight it's going to be the Craftsman Truck Series race from Dover National Speedway, located in Dover, Delaware, for the winning of the Jegs 200. Let me turn that down a little. That's just a scotch loud. But, yep, tonight's race is going to be a 200-mile, 100-lap race. First stage is going to be 22 laps, and we'll see how these truckers handle Dover, because Dover is not an easy track to get around whatsoever. It's a 1-mile concrete oval. I think it actually has the oldest surface in NASCAR today. When they changed the surface from asphalt to concrete in 1995, and it was announced, we're talking about real life here. It was announced a couple days ago that Nashville Superspeedway, located in Nashville, Tennessee, is actually going to replace one of the Dover events. So Dover is actually going to be a one race event next year, rather than two events. It's been since like 1970, since NASCAR started going to Dover. So let me know what y'all's thoughts are about Nashville Superspeedway, either in the comments or in the chat room. How y'all feel about Nashville Superspeedway returning to NASCAR and actually going to have I think only a Cup Series race, as far as I know, which from what I heard is going to take place in June. So it's going to be interesting how I'll be back in a sec.
Mike, how many times do you think he's going to copy, like, Harrison Sable? Why? They're in the street. Just very, very wild. I don't know if every time he made a shot, he screamed it.
But, yeah, back to Nashville, because Nashville Superspeedway is going to be it's going to be interesting. They ran some Cup races in the past before, but not since like the 1980s, and they ran the National Series and the Truck Series races up until I think 2011. So it's really going to be interesting how Nashville is going to go on with these with the Cup cars now. With the I think it's going to have the short track package, which is going to be the 750 horsepower and the low downforce package. So
I haven't practiced yet, so I'm sorry in advance.
So that's going to be interesting how Nashville's going to play on next year, since the Gen 7 car or the next gen car won't be on the track till 2022, with the pandemic going on right now. So and there's your in the dash for points situation. It's by now the 12 truck has been eliminated from the dash for points contention. As you saw, the 2 of Mine Killer hit the wall there. So it's down to the 18 of Darth Kylo, the 4 of Connerlax, and the 2 of Mine Killer to get those 15 extra points after tonight's race. So right now I think they're separated by 7 points, those 3 drivers. So I think it's either 7 or 9. I think Darth Kylo has 67. Connor I think has 62, and I think Micah has 60. And then you had Weekend Hobby or Gary Donaldson with 29. So it's safe to say that the 12 trucks eliminated from the dash for points situation.
What is the bar time for the base car?
But
I hit the 24.
it's going to be interesting what are these truckers to do around this 1-mile track. And what else am I going to say? Like I mentioned, stage 1's going to be 22 laps, so they will have to make a pit stop before the stage caution, or the stage caution, because if they don't, they'll run out of gas under the yellow flag. So actually, that's going to be in both stages. And then the final stage, they're gonna have to make 2 pit stops, so rather than 1. So if you take 2 tires on your first pit stop and the final stage, you're screwed.
So I cannot reset the internet right now.
So it's like I mentioned, this is gonna be an interesting race. Now let's look at Mind Killer here in the 2. Right behind him, you got Sound in the 99, and behind them is Incog in the 19, who's part-timing tonight. And then in front of the Mind Killer is the 45 Quentin Ladd, who is currently on the bubble to make the playoffs right now. He's only got like a 20-point gap over the 4 of Connor, so Quentin Ladd might be in jeopardy of not making the playoffs this year because of how well that 4 truck's been performing. But it only takes one win to punch your ticket to the playoffs. Then we got Sal in the 99, who's currently in the top 5 in points, and I think he's comfortable to make the playoffs on points if they're on multiple new winners. So, but I don't think he's going to compete for the regular season championship now, based on his points gap at the 2 and the 18. So it'll be interesting if he can make the when he makes the postseason. It'll be interesting if he can contend for a win possibly. Then you got, like I mentioned, you got Weekend Hobby in the 12, who was unfortunately eliminated from the Dash for Points event, so he won't be going for those extra 15 points tonight. Behind him, you got NASCAR in the 13, who got a 2nd win of the year at Charlotte in that great battle with the 4. So it's gonna be interesting if that 13 truck can get up front and probably get his 3rd win of the season, be the first 3-time winner of the season in the truck series. There's Incog in the 19, there's Mike in the 27, they're both part-timing tonight. And you got Clone in the 46, who's a little far down in points right now. He's barely in terms of the playoffs in terms of points. So if he just keeps doing what he's doing, he might have a shot at getting into the playoffs. But he's got to find a little more speed if he wants to compete tonight. Oh, I mentioned about NASCAR race on the 13. There's your pace truck tonight, being Weasel. Let's go up front here and wide on board here with the 2 of Mind Killer as he tries to track down the 45 Quentin Ladd. Now you're gonna see speeds of about 160 miles an hour diving off into these corners. About 160, 165 going into these corners. So, and they probably get us down to like maybe 150 on new tires, down to like 145 on old tires. So this is gonna be a 1-lane groove track for sure, because I practiced with Mind Killer earlier. I practiced him earlier today, and I practiced him yesterday. It's really hard to make a pass around here, so especially if the bottom lane's going to be the only preferred line. So, so we'll see if anyway. From what I've heard, people might try that middle line, but I don't think it's going to happen. The only way you can make a pass on the middle line is if the guy on the bottom makes a mistake. And when they make a mistake, like you see here, Quentin Ladd made a little mistake, cut the apron there in 1 and 2, and allowed the 2 of Mind Killer to close right up on him. And so he made another mistake there. Now he's going to peek to the inside for the lead. All it takes is like 1 or 2 little mistakes, and then the guy in second will capitalize. Ooh, a little contact there between the 45 and the 2. I think the 45 of Quentin Ladd got a little loose coming out of 2 and 2, and the 2 of Mind Killer and the 45 of Quentin Ladd made a little contact there. And right behind them is the 99 of Sal. So it'd be interesting if Sal can close in on these 2. Got a couple more minutes till we can get interviews done. Interviews in here, I should say. Let's ride on board here with Sal in the 99 for a couple laps as he goes way up the track in 3-4. You do not want to do that here at Dover. He did not want to do that at all. He lost a lot of ground there to the 2 and the 45 did Sal, so. Oh, you see Crinline got a little loose going into the corner as well. That allows the 2 of Michael to close wide up on his bumper. Like I mentioned, it's gonna take a mistake for side-by-side battles to occur around this place. If you can get a good one off the corner, you might have a chance going into the next corner. As you see Michael in the 2 here doing what I just said. But I don't think Michael is actually able to hold on to it. Oh, maybe he got a little loose there. But he lost a lot of ground to Sal, and it looks like Sal might be pitting as well as Mindkiller, so that battle is cooled down. And there's Incog in the 19 right behind him. So while I'm gonna try to get a driver in here in about a couple minutes, I'm going to let my doggy out because she's asking me if she can go use the bathroom. So. No, my If you can see my doggy right now, she is so little. You would not think a 4-year-old would be this little. But, yeah. I'm gonna go let my dog out. Meanwhile, you can look at the little cinematic trailer in the background. As I, try to get when I go let my dogs out, I'll come back and do some interviews. Okay? Alright. I'll be right back, y'all. Oh, and if y'all want to start a conversation in the chat, you can go ahead. I'll probably read some of y'all's comments. And the first question I want to ask when I get back is how y'all feel about Nashville returning to the NASCAR schedule next year. So, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. And everybody left. Cool. I mean, it was only 2 people, so who knows who those 2 people were. But, let's get, first interview in here real quick. Let's get, let's try to get the 18 of Darth Callow in here. Yep, let's get Darth Callow in here, who won last week's race at Kansas. So, that's his 2nd win of the season. So, let's see if we can get the driver number 18 in here.
Ready, you?
Yeah, I'm bouncing fucking volley, let me in the spin out.
You didn't just spin out, you absolutely died.
Yeah.
How did I not see him then? I'm right in front of you.
Did you not see him, like, right after he passed right there where you are? He got against the wall,
No.
then just left.
Yeah, no, I didn't see anything.
Mike, did you, Mike, did you see the quote that, Donald Trump released?
About what?
About George Floyd?
No, what is that?
He said something about, like, I bet George Floyd's looking down at me right now and being thankful for what I've done for the community and how I've done, like, my presidency and it's like basically him quoting himself saying that George Floyd is looking down on being very thankful. Fucking you mean by height?
Well, just don't listen to that conversation going on. Talking about the late George Floyd that happened with that police shooting over, I think it was near Texas, something like that area, around that area. But
The light in the White House haven't gone off in like how long? Maybe the light never needed
but
electricity in the well.
Well, apparently he said he's gonna get out 2 or 3 times before in the same place.
yeah, I don't think we can get Darth Callow in here. So let's see if we can get Mind Killer in here now.
It's alright. You're gonna try to shut down Twitter because they're fact checking.
Yeah, no. So he knew about the coronavirus 2 months before he took executive action. He got mad at Twitter, and 2 days later he tried to take action. That's just what his priorities are.
Not taking action until
Oh, we got those 2 people back. Welcome back. I know. I mean, I guess y'all didn't want to watch the cinematic trailer in the background, so I guess that's why y'all left. But yeah, I started. While we're waiting for Mind Killer to get in here, I want to ask y'all a question. This is involving real life. How do y'all feel about? Those. Hold on to that question. There's Mind Killer. How are you?
What's up?
Not much. Now, first things first. As I go over here to my phone real quick, I'll turn that down a little bit. As we look at the what do you call it? As we look at the dash of points situation here, you are currently sitting 3rd, only 7 points behind the 18 Darth Callow and 5 behind his teammate Conalax. So, do you think that one little mistake could erase that entirety of that battle for the dash of points tonight?
I don't even remember what I listened to.
Yeah, it depends like on if you can hold the inside, fairly well. If you touch that apron, you're gonna end up sliding up the track. If you get tight, you're gonna hit the wall. And another thing is like you gotta be careful with your braking point going into pit road. And from what I know, having the first pit stall is going to be a bit tricky because you can run into a risk of either spinning out or going up onto the track.
Well, let's say if you win the Dash of Points event tonight, how would those 15 extra championship points help you in your quest for the regular season title?
Well, I think it would, still keep me up front in the points lead. It just depends on where I finish. I guess it depends on where I finish in the stages. Like, if I finish ahead of both of them, like, say, like, if I finish second and they do, like, probably, like, about 5th, then I might be good. Maybe if I can get a win, that would probably give me the dash for points win and the 15 extra points. So that's basically that's what I'm looking for, is to, you know, try and finish better than Darth Kylo and Connor. Conlax. Hopefully try to get a win this time, because, you know, these first Charlotte didn't really do too well to me, you know, with the pitch strategy that I had. It just, I didn't make a good pitch strategy apparently, which kind of ruined my day. And you know, I felt good at Kansas, but, you know, being caught up, you know, being behind some other trucks just didn't help me out very much.
Well, qualifying is about to get underway in another minute. So, how do you feel about your chances of trying to get the pole tonight?
I think it's going to be hard, because I see that there's other drivers that can actually pull off a fast lap time, like a 24.1 or 2, maybe 3. So I think it's going to be pretty close to try and get the pole, especially that we got some part-timers in here.
Well, good luck to you tonight, and try and get your third win of the season, those 15 extra points, and hopefully you can try to get some good luck in your way.
Yeah, hopefully I can.
Good luck to you.
Yeah, thank you.
And that's going to do for part number 1 of the live stream. Thank you all very much for joining me. And I want to end this stream with a question, and we'll lead into I don't know if y'all commented on it yet, probably not, but yeah, y'all have. But I want to talk a little more about Nashville Super Speedway. So, in the next part. So, stay tuned for part number 2, as that's going to be coming up here very shortly, and I'll see y'all there.